Well, hey everybody. Hopefully you can hear me. It's here. It's like 10:30, day before St. Patrick's Day. Sounds like the right time to be making St. Patrick's Day treats. So I figure we would put something together for the kids because it's a special day for them. So figure maybe you guys might want to do it with me. Oh, it must be me going live on the TV there. Hey everybody. Good evening. It's day before Thanksgiving. Day before St. Patrick's Day. Alexa has now become, oh, be quiet, has now become the device that tells the kids how long till the next holiday. So they've been counting down, how long till St. Patrick's Day? And now it's down to hours. So they're all waiting. And if I'm not careful, Daddy will be a big fat dud for St. Patrick's Day. The only thing we got to do for sure is we always watch the VeggieTales version of St. Patrick's Day. It tells the story of the real St. Patrick, and that's a lot of fun. So we'll watch that for sure. But beyond that, it's basically wear green, don't get pinched, and I'm gonna make a treat here for them. And if I'm ambitious enough, maybe I'll make some green pancakes or something for breakfast for them tomorrow. So I figured we would make something here, then maybe we could just hang out and talk a little bit. You guys know I like doing that. So here's what I had in mind. So we had this green Jolly Rancher Jello. I don't have enough green to do everybody though, so I got 2 greens. And it's gonna be a blueberry. And then peach is just kind of, I learned from Easter eggs, Jello eggs, that the peach doesn't do anything. It just makes anything taste better. So I figure I can add those together. They'll be mostly green. And I have some green food coloring to pop it through the edge there. And it's been a while since I've had sparkling Jello things. Have you guys ever made sparkling Jello? Where instead of water, the cold water you put in like a Sprite or a 7-Up. And that makes it carbonated. The Jello actually becomes a little carbonated and it gives it a little bite to it. Kind of fun. And I figure I'd put them in these clear cups, top it with some whipped cream, and pick out all the green Skittles out of these Skittles things we've been using for Magic Life. Put them in the fridge and call it good. So I don't anticipate this is actually going to take very long, but we could do some talking after that and some visiting. You guys know that I always like talking to you guys, and they came and did some of the basement today. So we got all the old plumbing in the house, all got redone today. They're all ready also to start putting in the stuff for the actual bathroom now that we've got the plumbing problems all fixed, which is extremely great. So I will show you guys the progress on that if you're interested at all. But I figure let's get figured out here. What I know for sure is I need 4 cups of boiling water. Well, I don't know if it's the fact that we have a fast worker on and all the plumbing is in the same spot. The only thing that's far away from the main plumbing is this sink right here. I hope I didn't lose count. Was that 4? Were you guys paying attention? That looks like it's a little more than 4 cups. How could that be? I think it's about right. So I'm not Irish? I don't know, actually. I'm a Mills, so it's very likely that I am Irish, or at least somewhere in there. Maybe Scottish, I don't know. I can't trace my family back very far. I'd be surprised if I don't have some Irish in there somewhere. But we celebrate St. Patrick's Day anyways in America. Let's see. Boiling in the microwave seems to be a little bit faster. Plus, there's no risk of boiling over. And I want to put it in that pourable thing anyway so I can pour it into these cups. So we'll let that boil for a few minutes. Oh no, you're silly. You're silly. Liquid weight. A cup is a cup. A cup of water is a cup of water. So there isn't dry measure cups and liquid measure cups that I've ever heard of in baking before. Certainly, measuring volume is different for dry than for wet, but we'll wait for that here. So yeah, so I was excited about that. The you can mess up the dry measure if you're trying to do like volume. So like if you're trying to do, you know, a cup of flour is very difficult to measure a cup of flour because you can pack the flour in much tighter. You're always supposed to spoon the flour. I call it spoon the flour. I don't know the official name for it, but you fluff it all up before you measure it. But you're better off measuring by weight for dry ingredients. But so, yep, it was very exciting. We did get some footage. I got a time lapse, but I'm not sure how long a GoPro battery lasted while I left for jobs to see the guys working. But we'll see how that actually turns out. Of course, the water was off most of the day, so first thing I did when I got up is they got here at 7:30, so I had to get up at 7, which for the Mills family, you might know that is way early. Way early for us. We're mostly night people. And so I'm pretty tired right now. They're coming tomorrow at 7:30 also, and then I have to get up early for my therapy appointment on Wednesday, so it's going to be a crazy week. But so took the kids down to the rest area. Well, I went down to the rest area, took a couple kids early in the morning, and then I had to leave. And then Thomas took the kids down to the rest area to go to the bathroom after he got meandered out of bed. And we kind of were roughing it without water today, which was kind of fun. Yeah, the likes are always helpful. Everybody hit that like button for us. It helps push it up on the recommendations. So that's going to be nice. This will be very exciting. It was kind of bittersweet, too, because I can just hear Andrea. I can literally hear her in my head saying, "Oh, this is so exciting," and clapping her hands 4 times that she does. Clap, 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 clap. You know, and saying this is so exciting that stuff is happening. And, you know, the project we've been trying to do since we moved into the place 20 years ago is finally getting done. They picked out a nice little cute corner bathroom for us and corner shower. And they're going to be putting all that stuff in. I'm not sure if they'll actually put the shower in or just the shower pan. Probably just the pan. I'm going to be the one framing the walls up once they get all the plumbing stuff done and getting the bathroom actually finished. So, yeah, the rest area is just a place you stop if you're on a long trip and you're driving. They have little rest areas where you can stop and go to the bathroom and get out and stretch your legs. And there just happens to be one here in Moorcroft, and so it's a public place where you can go to the bathroom there. So had tons of toilet paper down there. The toilet paper I ordered at Home Depot actually came in. They called and told me my toilet paper was in, so I guess that worked. That's not quite enough yet. A couple more minutes. So I'll go get that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm working in Gillette anyway, so I'll go pick that up. Another 20 more rolls. That'll put us over for a good long time. You're looking better. Well, thanks. I guess I feel a little better. I'm not as sad as I was yesterday, but I feel kind of lost today. Just kind of, doing project on the house is kind of gets you right here, and Andrea's not here to be excited about the project, and heck, I don't even know if I'm doing things right. I know I'm doing the project part right, but maybe I should have thought ahead and done this or that, and didn't even give it a second thought that we wouldn't have water. So I called Michaela or Mrs. Reeves, the lady that comes for our church, and to come pick the kids up if they needed to go to the bathroom, which she said she did do one time. So we made it. But now everything else is up and going, and they can finish up without having to turn the water off anymore. So Yeah, I guess she is excited, I suppose. Of course, I don't think you worry about bathrooms in heaven, so. But it'll be, the boys will be really excited. The girls will be excited. As the girls get older, they're going to be in the bathroom a lot more, getting ready. And so it'll be nice to, wouldn't offend you asking for donations for your windshield. Oh, I don't remember who said what, but no, it did not offend me. That was awful kind of you. We don't need the donations for the windshield. We're doing okay monetarily. You guys keep uh, recommending the videos and watching them and thumbsing up and subscribing and doing all that stuff, and that little income boost from YouTube, it really helps. It takes a lot of the pressure off. We used to figure I had to do 4 hours a day, 4 jobs a day to make ends meet, and now I don't have to do exactly 4. And I don't feel bad if I don't get 4, which I didn't always get it. So I don't think that's actually still boiling yet. Give it a little bit more. Yeah, that's the thing about playlists. I didn't realize how useful playlists would be for that, because you can just let them go and they just keep going, keep playing videos, and that's nice. And so I've been trying to update the playlist as much as possible, and all that. What's the black around your shoulder? Oh, see that, do you? I'm going to do some, when I start mixing stuff together, I'm going to put the phone in my little GoPro phone mount thing so you guys can watch me make this lame Jello thing. We'll see how that works out, but any thoughts about getting a new puppy? No, not really. Not really. Kind of thought about getting a kitty cat. Andrea was wanting a kitty cat forever, and I always said no because we had Knuckles, and the kitty cats are mean to Knuckles. We had to get rid of a cat early on with Knuckles because he was always scratching him. I was afraid it would scratch his eyes out and cause us a problem. But so I kind of thought the girls would love to have a little kitty, a little kitten, and Andrea really wanted one. And I was watching those live videos, live dinners, and she said in there that she wanted a kitten several times. So I thought we should totally do that. We get a kitten next, and it can be an outdoor/indoor kitten and cat. Girls will like it. They can catch mice and do all those things cats do. Yeah, Knuckles was so cute. He was a great dog. Been a widow for almost 2 years. It's so hard to keep you in your family. It is super hard. I mean, it's from a widower's perspective. I haven't done it that long at all, but I feel like when I got married, I turned the switch over to married, and then I broke the switch off. And so now Andrea's passed away, and I'm still married. I mean, I'm never going to be able to go back to being single or thinking like a single way. I'm just a married guy who doesn't have anybody. All right, so I'm going to put you in this thing here. I don't know how many of these comments I will see in this rig here, but we'll see how it goes. I'm making my own little concoction here, so I think we'll start off. And I've made a lot of Jello-y things in my life. From every Easter, we make the big Jello eggs. If you guys have been following us for any length of time, I make an ungodly amount of Jello eggs and Jello beans for Easter, which you'll be seeing soon. And I've learned that you just need to put a tiny bit in to cause the reaction, which I didn't. Oh, there it is. Get some of the foamy stuff to get out of there, so then it doesn't make too many bubbles that take a long time to go away. hope this still looks pretty green after I put this blue in there, not too teal. I didn't have enough green Jello, so we had to mix in some blue. And peach, I know, doesn't do anything. So it's just filler Jello. Hey, Asher.
I know you'd still be out.
Yeah, I'm tired. I wanted to go to bed. I got up too early. I got to get up early tomorrow, but I wanted to make some treats for St. Patrick's Day. That still looks pretty green.
Can I have less half of your bread?
Yeah, please do. I'm glad someone can eat it up instead of letting it go bad. So much sugar. It's just Jello. You guys think Jello's too much sugar? This is literally just 4 packages of Jello. Stop panicking.
It's for like 10 people.
Yeah, it's 10 people worth of Jello. I was going to put the whipped cream and stuff on it right now, but it's going to take a while to cool. I don't want to melt the cups either, so I'm going to put... Some of the kids don't like it with whipped cream?
Yeah. I know I do, but...
You don't like whipped cream?
No.
Oh, well, I better be careful then. You can always scoop it off. It's going to look so cute with the whipped cream, Mommy would say. Now, those were ice cubes. I just want to bring the temperature down a little bit before I pour it in these plastic cups. Oh, that was too much. I forgot. I got to still put in the sparkling part. Well, so much for that. Oh, my goodness. Why is this so difficult to hold on to things? Let's do this here. All right, now for the sparkling part. That was pretty good. All right. Well, I had envisioned putting the whipped cream on right now, making it all cute, but I can't do that until it firms up. So I can get some of that foam off of there. I can't really see the comments. Hope you guys aren't complaining about sugar again. It's just Jello. Give me a break. I wonder how long it'll take to sit up. Put an ice cube in it, each one. That'll probably help. Maybe by the time we finish talking, it'll be set up enough to put the whipped cream on. Well, there is good foam still in there, and the ice is making that undo. I think I'm not going to worry about it. Look at that, you guys get to see on our refrigerator. It's still just as organized as it was when Andrea was alive. Mostly thanks to Asher, though. He usually organizes the fridge for his service project. But you gotta do a service project in order to get on the best privilege level in our house. Actually, you gotta do 2 of them, which is a special project above and beyond normal chores, more in the way of deep cleaning or something. We'll see how long that takes to firm up. Whoa. All right, let's see what you guys were complaining about. That's going to smell and taste like the fridge. Apparently, you've never made Jello before. Too much ice will keep it from getting hard. That's actually not true. I've put that to the test on an extreme level. Yeah, leave me alone about the sugar. You can feed the kids the way you want to. That's right. Mind your own business. All right, I think I caught up mostly. Jello's got a lot of protein in it, that's for sure. So you guys want to see the progress down in the basement? It's all messy down there. Yeah, if you substitute Sprite for the water, by the time the Jello freezes up or hardens up, the carbonation will stay trapped inside. And so when you bite into it, it's carbonated Jello. It's pretty fun. All right, well, let's go see. Let's go check it out. Boys are still playing down there, so I'm going to wait till the last minute to turn things around just in case somebody's not appropriate. I don't think that's the case, though. I'm also having to wash. Just Thomas. I'm also having to wash all our green shirts again so we can have St. Patrick's Day stuff, so. Huh? So this is where we got going. This is what they did. All of this from here on out was all cast iron pipe, 4-inch cast iron pipe, and we got it all with PVC now. And this old drain, they're gonna cut that off and pump it right into a new shower, which my shop has been converted into a construction facility for these guys, so it's kind of messy. But we got this shower pan right there that they're gonna put in. There's some glass doors there. And so that's gonna go right here. Shower will go like this. And there'll be a toilet right there. And we're gonna have a sink on this wall. So they're gonna put those things in and plumb them all in, and then I'm gonna frame up the whole room and fix it. But the whole thing was this cast iron pipe, really hard and old to work with. And that's why we couldn't do any of the plumbing, because this cast iron pipe, not only can I not tie into the cast iron pipe, it was gonna fall apart. It was split and rusted and in bad shape. So it's gonna be nice to finally have another bathroom in here. We've had, well, up to 11 people. Up to 11 people living in this little 800 square foot house with only one bathroom. So having another bathroom is going to be great. So we're very excited about it. So it's been a pretty good day. I had only 3 jobs today, but they were for 3 different city governments. So 3 towns in here. I'm the computer guy for nearly all the city governments in our area. So Moorcroft, Sundance, and Upton today I was at. I also do Hewlett, which is nice, and so it's kind of a fun day of just all city jobs. And 4 girls will be in there a lot. Well, the boys' room is downstairs, so I suspect the boys' bathroom is going to be the one the boys use. The downstairs will be the boys' bathroom, and the upstairs will turn into the girls' bathroom / the master bathroom. But I imagine whenever one's being used, they'll go use the other one. Is probably going to be how it works out in general. But I suppose I can separate out some of these Skittles and get ready for the next part. What an exciting job that would be, huh? We're making Jello. Terribly unexciting video, but I mean, hey, for a dad, that's doing pretty good. St. Patrick's Day stuff. Super exciting, huh? Yeah, everyone's gonna want to use a new bathroom. I can't wait to take a shower in the new shower. I don't know why, but you help me, Asher?
Yes.
All the green ones, it's St. Patrick's Day, so we're gonna have green Skittles. Did you guys know that green Skittles are no longer lime? They're apple. I learned that a few months ago, and I could not believe it. It is now by far the best tasting Skittle on the planet. No way. Lime? Who wants a green lime Skittle? I totally understand if you've been used to it. And I do, sorry for your nostalgia. But green apple is probably the greatest candy flavor that's ever been invented.
What the heck is this? I feel like it falls out over here.
Hey, Judah.
Hi.
You want to get on in here?
Okay. How many do you need?
I'm just picking up the green ones for St. Patrick's Day Jello decorations. This one's going in my mouth. Good thing we're using these. They're getting a little hard already. Well, thank you, B. Disney. Peas, man. I'm all for health food and stuff, but come on. You can't have a treat with peas on it. That sounds like the trifle that Rachel made in Friends.
I know there's one out there.
Yeah, we have M&Ms,
Don't put my hand
but
in.
don't you think M&Ms doesn't go right on Jello? We're gonna have it on top of the whipped cream and the Jello. I think that's plenty, actually. So
can we have these then?
yeah, leave them out. We can start letting the kid eat them. They're getting a little old. Meat trifle. That's right. Some people know what I'm talking about. Yeah, who wants M&Ms on Jello? Chocolate and Jello. Maybe it goes together, but it doesn't seem like it goes together to me. Apple Skittles, that seems to go.
Why don't they make the great ones purple instead of brown?
How long does it say the Jello takes to sit up? I wonder. I'm gonna guess a couple hours. Maybe after this little live we're doing here, I'll have time to Jello them up, or whipped cream them up and decorate them. How's the new lady friend relationship going? Well, I'm not talking to anybody right now, so. You should do Mountain Dew Jello. I almost did. Instead of adding, I already mixing a couple flavors together. And in the past, I've done that many times on Easter. Mixing the different flavors of Jello together still works out pretty good. So we already mixed peach, which goes with anything. Peach, blueberry, and green apple together. And I wanted to make it carbonated, so I used the Sprite. But if I thought about using Mountain Dew instead of Sprite, but that would have just been too many flavors. Too many flavors mixed together. It would have
Plus, Mountain Dew's so old to us now.
been, yeah.
No.
Well, thank you, Candace. And you're not totally missed out yet. So we're waiting for the Jello to set up. And I'm not really sure how long that's going to take. So I'm going to wait and see. Maybe I'll talk to you guys for a while. And then maybe the Jello will be enough, set up enough to put whipped cream on the top. About 2 hours in those little cups. Okay. It doesn't need to be totally set up. It just needs to be strong enough that it can support me putting a little pile of whipped cream on the top of each one, and then sticking the Skittles inside of the whipped cream. So maybe after an hour it'll work out. Did Miss Hannah go to sleep last night after you put her in bed? She did, thankfully. She did. She's been a little bare lately. We haven't been good about giving her naps. That's something I can't get in the habit of doing. I'm usually gone. And we don't have a routine where she goes down for a nap. It was always just kind of, oh, she's tired. Why don't you put her down? Mommy would say that. Andrea would say that. And now she's not saying that. And sometimes she'll fall asleep somewhere. Like, oh, poor thing. And we'll put her in bed. But we're not being good enough about getting her naps. So that means that when the time she comes to sleep, she's either overtired and doesn't want to sleep, or she's really tired. And so, what, buddy? Don't worry about it. It's a special treat thing. Don't worry about it tomorrow.
Hi. It's in my arm, don't worry.
Salt and pepper beard. Thank you. I work hard on it. Will it stay whipped cream? I think it'll stay whipped cream if it's a little bit set up. I imagine it'll be a little tacky by an hour or so. Of course, I could wait 2 hours, but I'm already so tired. Like I said, I got up at 7 today, which for me is really early to let the workers in and get them started. And they're going to be here at 7 tomorrow again, or 7:30. So.
You're gonna have to hold that one like a taco.
Will the boys film tomorrow, or everyone trying the Jello if you aren't home? That's a good question. I hadn't decided when to give them the Jello. I thought about making a reminder pop up on the Alexa and let Alexa say everybody can have, a special treat out of the fridge. But I want to be there and see them have it. So maybe I'll just do it for dinner tomorrow. I haven't really decided. Stairs. How long do you think the construction is finished? Well, I was a little surprised. I kind of thought it'd be done today. I know that's very ambitious, but I know it's a very straightforward plumbing system. It's all right there. So I'm going to guess maybe they could finish it tomorrow since they've got the bulk of it done now. But I guess we'll see. Dessert after tacos. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's Taco Tuesday. Yeah. Today I made French toast and omelets for dinner, and I needed pepper. We ran out of peppercorns, so I need to get peppercorns. I went down to the store, and Papa Gary was there checking out with Thomas, which I thought was fun, and so I invited him over. So Papa Gary came over tonight for French toast and omelets, and he was already thinking about tomorrow because he's Irish, and his mom is going to make corned beef and cabbage for St. Patrick's Day, and he was wanting to go see her. But it was Taco Tuesday, so he was going to come here. But since we ate with us tonight, he's feeling released. I told him, go ahead and go up and have corned beef and cabbage with your mom. So it'll just be Taco Tuesday with just our family tomorrow. So yeah, well, that's what we'll do.
Oh, no, not yet.
54, I still need my nap. Yeah, I've never enjoyed naps, but as I get older, I'm really enjoying naps.
Hey, Dad, we got
Put the whipped cream set up top. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I'm going to be up pretty early anyways. What?
We got all the best flavors.
The yellow ones? You guys sorted them all out?
There's no yellow ones left in that bag, and that's all.
Nice. A whole bag of yellow Skittles. Blah.
So we'll put that in there, and then we can use these for game night. Yeah, I bet. How much you want to bet? $100,000. You missed one yellow one in there. I take that bet.
I'm getting hungry again, huh? That tends to happen.
All right, here you go. I just pay off the table. That's rather than just dump it all in a wall away.
I would have forgot it was St. Patrick's Day too if the kids weren't asking the Alex every 5 minutes how long until St. Patrick's Day. Sour cream on tacos. That'd be cute. We shouldn't ever be low on green food colorings. I'm a little suspicious why we are. As you guys know. That's probably what it was. For Mother's Day, you guys may have noticed I always give Andrea a rose of every color. So there's no green roses that I've ever found. So I've always dyed our own roses. We get a white rose, and I put green food coloring. I go out and buy a bunch of green food coloring, put it in their thing, and by the time the couple days pass after I pick them up, it's a nice green rose at the end.
Asher owes me $100,000. Wait. He said if there wasn't there was one more yellow one in there, I would have to owe $100,000.
And you found one?
You put that in there, Asher.
So I usually have a lot of green food coloring hanging around, but I couldn't find it this time, so I'm not sure where it's been. I actually think somebody made Play-Doh out of it. But speaking of which, I saw on my calendar, I think next week is my yearly appointment that comes up to call and order flowers for Andrea for Mother's Day. I always was told to order them a month in advance to try to get a green rose. Occasionally you can get a white rose that's very, very greenish looking, and so they always try to look out for one for me. They're never usually that green. But even still, I've been ordering them a month in advance for quite some time. And it made me instantly sad to think I have no need for Mother's Day flowers this year. We're still going to get them. I'm going to go get all the colors and we're going to put them on our grave. But maybe we'll continue doing that. I don't see why we have to stop, I suppose. But, yeah. Made me choke up a little to see that appointment come up on my calendar. Get them for your mother? No, I can't do that. Can't do that. I mean, I'll get my mom some flowers, don't get me wrong, but the colored roses thing, that's Andrea's thing. That's for Andrea. I'll either put them on her grave or I'll never do it again. So I couldn't do it to anybody else. Yeah, it will be a tough day.
If you act like a different color and you can't take it out, you're just gonna no.
Thank you, guys.
You take it out.
Husband goals. Yeah.
Go to bed, Tom. What news are on Skittles? It's like a Skittle. I got one. But your bowl might be having
It'll make the kids feel good to put it on our grave, and I don't know how that happens. We've never talked to dead people, so we don't really know what they can see or what they do. I kind of think that they can see us, but I always wonder.
So you should go to bed. Go to bed, Tom.
Solly, you should be in bed, little boy. There was a little creeper in there. I love his little creeper jammies. It looks like a little creeper walking around the house. It's super cute. And he always wears the hood, so it looks like a creeper all the time.
I got 6.61. Oh, wait.
You get flowers for the girls throughout the year? Well, what I always did, you guys saw all the flowers I got Andrea. She'd always save them and dry them and put them on the...
I got one more Skittle than I had. You got the most, and this is
incredible.
Wait. So show them that. Okay, Wayner's. I got 6.61, and Judah's, if you put his, is like that, but then.
One more Skittle.
Dang it, Asher. All right,
you guys are having too much fun.
And we're putting them all in the yellow bags, and so the people have to play with it.
So Andrea would always dry the flowers. I actually ran into this the other day. This was her dried out flowers. It was ready to make for an ornament. I kind of thought maybe I should crumble them up and put them on her grave. Then I decided, no, that's the last Mother's Day. Those are special. I need to keep those. Maybe put them back in an ornament and put them on the tree or something. Yeah, I super miss her. I super miss her. Oh, yeah, the flowers. I would always give flowers to her, to Andrea, through random occasions throughout the year. And I'd always buy a dozen roses, and I'd take one rose out for each of the girls, and so Andrea would get less than a dozen roses anyways, but they always enjoyed them. We just got these for the kids, for the girls. I don't know if you can see them, but they're pink ones for Hannah, yellow ones for Eden, purple ones for Claudia, and blue ones for Sophia. So those are there for them that I got recently.
They're really easy to sell the green ones now. Yeah, we're sorting out the green ones, but sorting out every other part.
Okay, hold on. So the video quality looks much better right now compared to the usual lives. I don't know what that means. I'm normally using a very nice camera, and now I'm using my phone, my new iPhone that I just got, which does have a really good camera. So, I don't know what that means, but I probably should be using this more often then if that's the case.
$500,000. What? 500? I never agreed to that.
It's clear, huh?
50,000.
Well, I'll remember that.
60,000.
It's certainly a lot easier doing it with the phone than it is with all my other setup. I could use a laptop, camera, separate mic, and all kinds of stuff. So we still have turtles. Well, we'll see. We may have a turtle. So in the past, we've had lots of little turtles running around, and we always tried to help them hibernate. Turtles hibernate during the winter. And so we were told to cover them up with leaves. So we drain the little mini pond they have, and we put them in the bottom, and we covered them up with mulch and leaves and stuff. And then when spring comes, maybe we had 6 the first time we did it, and I think we had like 2 that survived, and the others died. It was terrible. And so then we just set them free from there on out. We'd have Papa catch the turtles in the springtime, and then in the wintertime we'd set them free. But with all the stuff going on with Andrea just passing away, and we didn't get to do it. So instead, I tried to help him. We had one big turtle, and I tried to help him hibernate, and I hope he's alive. So I'm gonna feel terrible if he does not. But I guess we'll see. We might have a turtle. We make pizza every Thursday. Thursday is Naruto night and pizza night. Has been for 15 years or so. So that will be the next time when we make pizza will be on the Thursday. Celebration of women that stepped in to help the Mills family, the kids on Mother's Day with their mom. It's not a bad idea. Okay, hold on. Your neighbor put their pet turtle in a box in their closet all winter. I think if it's warm, I think I don't think they'll hibernate. So I'm a little curious about that, if that's true. But maybe. There's definitely going to be another option we can do. If we kept the pond running with the water in all the year, they would stay in the water, under the water the whole year long. They can absorb water, oxygen through the water through their butt. So, but we have to turn the water off, or it eventually the stream will freeze in such a way that the water will get diverted out of the stream, and the pump will just pump the pond dry. So we have to turn it off eventually. We can't keep it running.
Stop. Let's see how much it was again. Just 12. Wait.
Oh, silliness.
Okay, so
this is how many more Asher has than me. All the green ones are how many more Asher has than me. Asher.
So I got $50,000 clear.
Yeah, but you still have 50,000.
It's like that horrid info about raspberry flavoring. Yeah.
How about
You can have an art and craft project. What, buddy?
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
How much do you hate the grape flavors?
I don't really care for the grape. On Skittles, I pretty much only like the red and the green ones.
We're putting all the bad ones in.
Do you have any green decorations? I don't know if we got anything for St. Patrick's Day exclusively. There might be something up in the attic. I'll have to go look. You guys talking about the person talking about the cat? That's not trolly enough.
It looks like Halloween in there.
Well, hey, Todd, good to see you.
Okay, bro, we got all the reds and the greens in there, and then all the orange, yellows, and browns.
This is my favorite bag.
You got them separated out?
Yeah, it's nasty.
Heck. Yeah, no thanks.
All the gross ones. But all the red ones are here.
I remember we used to separate the nerds out. We'd buy those those rainbow nerds and separate them out little by little. That was always moderately fun. Are yellow lemon? I guess they better be. I was so surprised to learn that the green was green apple.
Yeah. I thought green apple. Strawberry.
Green is green apple.
Red is strawberry.
Yeah, and orange and green.
Brown is
They want to see the Skittles separated. All right. Well, they didn't separate the gross flavors. Apparently, they just separated the greens and the reds.
No, we have all the gross flavors for Dad to eat on Naruto or game night for health.
The purple ones, huh? I've never cared much for grape flavoring. It feels like I'm taking communion.
Let's just play some chess. All these guys are only gonna move one space, okay?
You eat 100 at one time? That's a good question. You guys eat 100 Skittles at one time?
Probably two.
Okay, just 5.
How much is 100?
This is 16.
That's 16.
Actually, that's 14.
Yeah, I don't think you can eat 100 at one time. That's too many.
I'm not gonna eat them, but I'll shove them in the mouth and see how I can do it.
Only cartoon characters.
How am I feeling tonight? I'm feeling, I don't know, okay. Better than last night, but I'm just not feeling awesome at all these days. Is anything shut down in your town because of the virus? Well, I guess Walmart's closing at 11 now, which is impressive. I didn't think they'd get Walmart to close down. Most of the grocery stores are closing at 5.
Subway's closed.
The Subway's closed all the time?
Some things closed because of corona.
Someone says Subway is closed. And
Open your mouth.
I guess we'll means to be seeing what all happens. Schools are closed.
Open your mouth so I can flush it.
I never knew any of these even had a flavor.
10,
There's all these,
4,
nasty.
2, 1. Open your mouth.
No.
I'm gonna flick at you.
No. No.
Open your mouth.
No.
Don't lie. Open your mouth.
No.
Open your mouth.
No. Stop.
Don't be making a mess. Pick all those up.
Yeah, if I should open his pie hole, where is that gonna be?
No, you gotta pick up all the ones you were throwing over there. I saw, and there's one over there underneath the thing. We don't want our house to turn into a trash pit.
Once he shoves in his pie hole, it won't happen. Dang it, now we gotta give these ones to the trash can.
Dude, have you ever got a bunch of tea ready?
Yeah.
You were taking communion? Yeah, we took communion lots of times. I am sleepy. I got up at like 7 o'clock. I gotta get up at 7 o'clock tomorrow. I ought to probably just cut this stream off and I'll finish the things tomorrow and you guys can see. I guess that cooking video was a little more of a bust than I thought it was. I kind of imagine making the whipped cream a little nicer. You basically just watch me boil water and stir in Jello. Woohoo!
What? Oh wait, what are the chances I could do this
In the trash can.
9?
Hey, go pick them up. Stop throwing Skittles.
We're just trying to get them in the trash.
Yeah, but you won't pick them up.
I was picking them up. Every single one we got in the trash can.
Had any dreams about Andrea? I'm sure I have, but
Except for one.
I haven't remembered a lot of my dreams lately. 6 years since your husband passed. Yeah. You haven't had power. Wow. Not everyone can boil water. That's true. Some people burn it.
I forget that I was 3 Skittles down your shirt. You didn't realize it.
I just saying that make me feel
Feel it right there, huh?
TV, you see my TV there? Yeah. That has a Make sure I had my Jello recipe up there for the sparkling Jello. I wasn't sure if it was 1-for-1. It is. The Sprite carbonates the Jello, so you got to be careful with it because you can't measure. You don't want to really measure that. Every time you pour something that's carbonated, it loses like half the carbonation. And so if you like pour the Jello into a cup measuring and then you pour that into the thing and then you pour it into something else, you usually lose the carbonation. So the way I did it is I poured half of it right into the cup and just filled the rest of the half of the cup up with the Sprite. But that'll make the Jello carbonated when it hardens. It's pretty nice. We call it sparkling Jello. A lot of fun. Suspenders? No, I'm not that old. This is my GoPro mount. I don't need that anymore. I should take it off because it does look like I have suspenders on.
What's the suspender? I'll look through with Greg.
Someone asked if you were Catholic. That's what I meant by communion. No, not only Catholics take communion.
Well, yeah, I have to trigger accurate. I know what to do. I got one thing to do, and that's a trigger. I sure out it was with. Ready, here we go. Nope.
I'm sure the grocery stores are going to be restocked. I'll imagine in very short order. People will stop freaking out. I still say it's not going to be that big of a deal, but we're still being prepared just in case. So. Suspender hit him in the face. That's pretty funny.
Let me have a try at the piano. Why won't you let me do it right now?
We'll make green Jello. There you go. See? Actually, Cindy is the reason why I made green Jello. She sent me a message about making green Jello for Valentine's Day or for St. Patrick's Day. And I thought, hey, I can do that. I may not be super fancy, but I can sure handle green Jello. So that's all thanks to you, Cindy. Chronicles 16. I can't tell you what that is offhand. It's pretty late. It's going to be something with Joshua. Maybe. Difference in a 4K HDMI cable, just a regular HDMI cable? Yes, there is. Get the 4K one, even if you're not using 4K. It'll maintain better quality, and if you happen to need to do 3D or something else, the data would be better. Well, I'm glad. I hope you guys aren't getting sick of the lives. I'm sure they get old and boring, but they really help me. I enjoy getting my mind off of being depressed and sad, so it makes me feel good. And I know a lot of people are really happy to have the regular videos. I've been trying to do more and more of the regular videos, as much as I can, doing some of the old ones and getting the shopping ones up. I'm hoping to get more of that stuff done. And maybe even start tackling some of the talking videos Andrea wanted to do. She had several. I have a little list of some of the videos she wanted to make, talking about different topics, and that'd be fun. We can do those, but thoughts about these 5G towers. They say they're going like Skittles around our show. I don't know that I have an opinion. I did hear once about some kids that tried to climb one of those towers once as a joke and put a blanket over the top. And I don't know if it's true, but they said they're probably all going to die of cancer now. So they can't be good for you. But that having been said, they make the world go round.
What? Sagging.
In order to shelter in place only for groceries, bank, and doctors. Yep, I know. It's pretty crazy. Got a bot.
Oh my gosh, you're ruining it.
I was on your first.
Sure do.
I
Wonder how they decide to do that. Bots have probably got to look for lives. Maybe they look for a certain threshold. We're getting a lot of people on this live for some reason. So even though being late, it is 11:34 or so. Love the video where you and her opened all Hannah's gifts when she was born. Oh yeah, that was great. Yep, I do. I was just saying the 4K HDMI cable is the better one to get. Young guys wear suspenders also. I didn't mean to offend anybody who wears suspenders. I just don't want to wear suspenders. Even though I totally admit they'd probably be very functional and nice, and I can't do that. Color of the shirt, it's a light green, so everybody said we should have wore this tomorrow. It just worked out that that's what we were in our rotation. So dark green was yesterday, but I've got all the green through the wash, so I did a whole bunch of loads of laundry today, so we should have our dark greens available to wash again, to use again. Boys are having too much fun in there. Are you a tie wearing guy? I used to wear ties all the time when I sold furniture. Tie was a regular part of my life. Since I stopped selling furniture, I haven't worn a tie for a very long time. Yeah, you tend to sleep through a lot when you're in a big family. It's always kind of a dull roar all the time, and so you just kind of learn to sleep with more. Am I Irish? I don't know. Probably. I probably got some Irish in there. I actually don't know much about my heritage. I can't trace it back farther than my grandparents on my dad's side. I don't think it's meant to be. I think God's probably hidden it from me for whatever reason. Maybe they were all jerkwads. Couldn't tell you. But you ever notice that as soon as somebody unearths something in their heritage, like maybe they find that someone played bagpipes in their heritage, so then they go out and buy bagpipes and become a big bagpipe player, and because all of a sudden it's special because their family used to do it in the past. And I know I'd probably be that kind of a person. I don't know, maybe my family were not good people back in the day. I don't know. I've often suspected that's why God always never had dead ends trying to look up my heritage. I can't trace it back, and I'm the last male Mills on my side of the family. And but I got a bunch of kids to take on my family name, so we're reforging the Mills family into a godly family. Well, I'm glad, Pamela. I don't know. Yeah, the boys are in there playing with the keyboard. So they're having way too much fun. $137 in ATL. ATL. I'm not sure where that is. Did you ever do the DNA testing thing? I thought about it for a little while, and then I decided I don't want to know. I want to go forward. There's a verse in the Bible that says, talks about the wise man. He seldom reflects on the days of his life, the days of his past, for God keeps him occupied with gladness of heart. And so I think there's something to that. I think that I do think that I've hit dead ends trying to research my genealogy in the past because maybe I'm just not supposed to know for whatever reason. So I kind of thought about doing the DNA thing. Then there's always that thought about it being creepy and, someone's going to clone us or something. Or obviously they're not going to do that. But it always feels a little violating to give somebody your DNA. And knowing what I know about science and logic, you can't just look at the DNA and look at that shape here. See that? You see that mitochondria there? You see that piece, that little strain on this DNA, that little sequence? That looks like Native American. So you're of Native American blood. That's not how it goes. You can't look at DNA and say, oh, that guy is African. You can't do that. So all they can do is compare it to somebody that they know supposedly is a certain ancestry. And if you're more similar to that DNA, then they say that's your descent. But that's not exactly how it works. So, in fact, some places don't have like Native American DNA, and so they will use like DNA from Spanish people or Mexican people to substitute. And so, and other people who say that there are certain ancestry that they use as a comparative rate may not be accurate in their assessment anyways. So it's one of those things that they can tell you very good how related you are to one other piece of DNA. You can comparatively tell, but you can't actually just see written on there, oh, this guy is Irish, and you just can't necessarily know that. Yeah, I'm paranoid too about it. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be, but I'm a little paranoid about it. Not that much. I'd like to know, but then I think I'm not supposed to know. So I'm not going to live in the past. I take that verse to heart. He seldom reflects on the days of his life because God keeps him occupied with gladness of heart. So I don't want to think about my past. I need to think about the future. Of course, here I am being sad about Andrea, but maybe that's different. Maybe it's not. Maybe I should factor that in somehow. But still. There's definitely problems with DNA. I watched a very neat YouTube video where somebody sent their DNA to all the different DNA services. There was like 8 or 9 of them. And there were some things that were similar, but a lot of them had differing things from each other. They weren't related. Look like you make a lot of good food. Well, I don't know. I need to be making more good food. That's something I've been trying to do, is make good dinners for the kids. We still have a good mix of macaroni and cheese or sandwiches or pizza. But as a general rule, I'm doing pretty good with the dinners. You ever had a mullet? No, thank goodness. No. I had flat tops a lot when I was younger. Every now and then I get a flat top. The boys are serenading us. Yep, a bunch of weird, crazy stuff. They only doing it because they know you guys are over here.
No.
Why are you laughing? You know it's true.
You're just being cringe.
Andrew's party, you can't put it behind you. Yeah, I know there's probably truth in that, and I don't want to get rid of her. But it does say seldom. He seldom reflects on the days of his life. For God keeps him occupied with gladness of heart. There's something to that, though. That's about the man that pleases God. They're not turning the water off tomorrow. Well, now that they've got that all done, the water won't go off anymore.
Okay, stop. Fine, let me just trigger Asher real quick.
Clever. I like that joke. What's weird is they tell you are Jewish, which is a religion. So no, Jewish is 2 different things. That's where a lot of this confusion comes from. You can be Jewish in heritage. You can be Hebraic, or you can be follow Judaism. So there is a different thing, which is why people think today that Jews in Jesus' day spoke Jewish, but they did not speak Jewish. They spoke Aramaic and Greek. They actually lost the language of Hebrew in Babylon. It was refixed and forged again till they have it today, but even the one today is missing several ancient words that they don't necessarily know what it means. Is that all four of the older boys? No, it's just Asher and Judah. You guys gonna do some pull-ups?
No, we're saying it's getting longer.
I get it.
You have to hold there for 100 seconds to get $100.
Let's give us a pull-up, Judah or Asher.
No,
No,
I'm
he's gonna
gonna
hang there. This is the timer. He's gonna hang there.
Oh,
longer.
it's just so you can hang the longest.
Yeah.
Let's get this dude.
We-
It hurts so much for some reason. I was just. What the heck? Why did it hurt so much?
Like 33 seconds. Now you time me.
I was just saying my fingers are cramped.
Just push that play button on the very bottom.
Okay, ready, set, go.
You're just hanging?
Yeah.
That's not as fun. What if I tickle you?
Don't, you gotta, yeah, I gotta save my energy.
All right, well, let me know who wins. How long did you?
Asher did like 33 seconds.
33 seconds? And all right, so.
Alright. He's freaking wiggling all over the place though. It's gonna take a long. I had an itch. I didn't comb my hair today.
None of the kids really combed their hair because the water was off. By the time they all got up, there was no water, so we'll give them a pass. Man, I was gonna get a shower too. I should go to bed.
I can feel the pole rotating. Oh my god.
Do the locust storms, recent flooding, and corona or really end of day signs? No, absolutely not. If you're interested in that, I made a video on it on my channel. If you search for Tom Mills, End of the World, you can tell what I think about those things. But I do not.
Oh, please. Ow. What? Hey, well, let's stop for a second. But this is like
How do you guys know what shirt to wear?
Man, I could use
Good question. I'll show you. You should know by now. Andrea was very, very organized.
There's a lot of content that's prepared.
There we go. That's how we know what color to wear. So light green. So tomorrow normally would be teal. But instead we're going to go back to dark green for St. Patrick's Day.
Look how long I had. I could have won those $100 challenges.
Ooh.
But then Ashton said, "Uh-oh." And then I had to let go. Look at these blisters, though.
How tall are all of you? How tall are you, Asher?
I don't know. I'll check.
You guys look on the stick. I'm 6'2", and Thomas is 6. What is he? 6'1", 6 foot.
He's 6.5 of one.
6.5 inches. 6'1.5 inches.
2 4s. Alright. It could have been tilted like this and it didn't grow any.
Judah won by a decent margin. How tall were you, Judah?
I had an itch and I was wiggling.
You had an itch and you were wiggling? Well, that's the reason.
I weigh 5, 7.
5'7", 5'8". How tall are you, Asher?
7 and 5, 2 4s.
You could just say 1/10.
7 and 5, 1/2. That doesn't make any sense.
Time of Exodus, not the end for people of God, but only for those who idolize the golden calf.
You say
Well, that's an interesting thought, but you should check out my video on the end of the world and see what you think about that. I think it's a neat video. You know what the heights are in centimeters? Ooh, that's a hard one. Alexa, what is 6'2" in centimeters?
6 feet 2 inches is 188 centimeters.
So I'm 188 centimeters. I don't know what that means. I mean, that doesn't mean anything to me.
Wait, what was that? Alexa, what's 5 feet 5 inches in centimeters?
5 feet 5 inches.
Wondered why do you wear the same colors every day? It's just a question. Yeah, a good question. We have a video, actually. There's a video on our channel about why do you guys all wear the same color shirt. But it started out just as a way to keep track of the kids. All the kids were the same. When they're all in the same clothes, it's easier when you go out to keep track of things. And it just became something that Andrea and the kids did. But then I felt left out, so I wanted to wear the same as them.
What's 5 feet 5 inches and a half in miles?
In miles?
5 feet 11 inches is 0.0011 miles.
You're 11 hundred thousandths of a mile tall. That's creative.
Why is this thing out?
Was your father a tall man? Nope, he was not. He was short. My mom is tall. My mom is like, I don't know, tall. Anyways. Are you taller than Grandma? No, you're not taller than Grandma Kitty. You were taller than Mom.
We all used to.
My mom is like 6 foot tall. Something like that.
So that's why, she used to be taller than all of us, but now Ashley's taller than her.
Yeah, but that's how growing works. You get taller.
People get short.
No, just
No. Yes.
I mean, maybe, but
Yes.
it's more not really because of that.
Little boy.
Yep, she was very tall.
Boy.
So I outgrew her by a couple inches. So.
Boy.
Oh, yep. I am.
Boy. Boy. Boy.
Maybe I have Viking or DNA. That sounds cool. So I'm pretty sure my DNA is all pure ninja and Viking and pirate
Mine is knights
and apostle. As long as we're dreaming.
I remember this one time.
Enjoyed the fact that YouTube suggests Andrea is my best money saving tip video. We'll purchase a house. Oh, great.
Me and Asher are definitely Vikings because one time it was like -5.
A lot of bulb changing.
No,
Hi.
it's not. It's that we live in Wyoming. We're usually cold temperature.
Anyways, I think we're Vikings because it was -5.
Anyways, the color thing. I didn't finish talking about the colors, but they
We're not waiting.
ends up being fun. It's kind of like wearing a team uniform. You know, makes you feel camaraderie. Makes you feel like you're part of something as a group, and it's just enjoyable. None of the kids are forced to do it. They're all allowed to wear something else if they want to. So we continue doing that. Maybe someday we'll stop doing it, but
Mom actually said that like Thomas is already allowed to not do that if he wants. So,
yeah, all the
there's an
kids.
age
Yeah.
thing, I don't know. Anyways, I think me and Asher are definitely Vikings because it was -6 or something out, and we snuck out at night and ran around the street in our underwear.
Is our town on lockdown?
It would make
No,
Snow Angel
it's not. Wyoming is
out and it closed.
pretty free. We don't got a lot of the government telling us exactly what to do.
Remember you put your
But-
feet on Solomon? Remember you put your feet on Solomon? No, you put your foot on Solomon's back.
What did someone say to shave the beard? I didn't notice.
No,
You look so much
that
better
shit
shaved.
all be scarred.
They all would be scarred. I always wanted to do it as a joke. Like Andrea always said, "Don't do it now. Don't do it. Maybe for April Fool's Day you can do it."
You can make Hannah.
And then I
babies
didn't.
Cry for shit.
It doesn't take long to grow back for me, but
Babies cry.
I haven't shaved since I married Andrea one time, and she never wanted me to shave. Now it feels like I can't.
If you shave, then all babies hate you because you're not the person you were. You look like a bald boy.
Dad, you look like an American.
You
dad
either
with
stay with that a beard or stay with.
Population of Moorcroft is 1,000 people.
Oh yeah, it said everywhere except for West Virginia has coronavirus.
Oh wow.
West Virginia.
How about we just go shoot everyone who has coronavirus?
Oh, let's shoot ourselves because we might have theory.
Apparently they ran out in their underwear. Judah's spilling stories that can get us in
It was
trouble.
really funny. It was like -6. There's snow everywhere.
It was -6, and you guys were running around in your underwear.
Jumped out the window.
We
We
carried
made snow angels. We ran around, and then it was like we were out there for like a couple minutes, and then we came back in and put on Solomon's back because he was like, "Oh!"
Oh boys.
But
Yeah, Judo's too nice at doing things.
How tall was Andrea? I think she was like 5'4".
Maybe you should like.
Well, there's Chad. Just in time. I'm pretty much going to wrap it up here in just a minute. I should have been in bed by now. I got to get up at 7.
You know what, Dad? You should do every inch of your beard. You should shave off, and then save an inch, skip an inch, shave.
That would be
shave an
weird.
inch, skip an
No,
inch.
I'm not going to shave.
And it'll look really weird.
I'm not going to shave.
Then you should
I'm still
make-
trying to catch flies.
And then you should make that hair that you
Still need to
didn't
catch a lady.
shave grow out.
What's that?
What? Yeah, Alfred.
Let it grow out?
Yeah, you shave an inch, skip an inch, shave an inch,
Skip an inch,
and
shave an
those
inch.
Inches that you didn't shave, grow out. And you'll-
Oh, no
Or
thanks.
you just shave off like the top part of your beard and then leave it like that for a year and then shave off the next part down.
Or get it going
Until eventually your beard's gone and everyone's used to it.
Your Walmart's closed? Wow.
You guys are all.
No, thank
starving,
you.
Maybe.
I just trimmed it. I always trim it a little on the short side so I don't have to wait as long to do it again. So
Or if your beard grows like this tall in like an hour or two.
yeah, I think Walmart corporately is shutting down at 11 now. Between 11 and 5, I think they said.
Hey, can we get your tea?
No recognizing, I know. There's a picture of me in there with Andrea with my beard shaved.
I really spiked hair.
I think I'll end that with here. I'll show you guys that picture. And then you can, it was when I first met Andrea, so I was a kind of a goober. But, let's see here.
Because of rebellion, the host of the saints and the daily sacrifice were given over to him. It prospered in everything.
That was us when we just first got together. We weren't even married in that picture. I'm pretty sure. Maybe we were. No, we must have been married.
The Holy One said to him,
Alrighty. Well,
Vision concerning the daily sacrifice, the rebellion that causes desolation, and the surrender of the sanctuary, and of the host that will be trampled underfoot.
he said to me, it will take 2,300 years.
yeah, Young is right. I'm wearing that necklace that Thomas wears now.
While I, Daniel, was watching the vision of
All right. Well, I think I'm going to log off, guys. I will see you later, and thanks for hanging in there. What's the next thing? I guess Wednesday is Bible study. Maybe I'll do something tomorrow. I'm trying to do some more regular stuff. It's fun I enjoy going live and talking to you guys. It really helps my, I don't know, emotional state, I suppose. It gets pretty sad in my head sometimes. And also it tends to help the YouTube algorithm if I do more regular videos. So give this a like before you leave. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, which even if you don't use it or follow your subscriptions, it helps the channel out when you do something, when you subscribe. So it helps us a lot. So, all right. Well, thank you guys later. We will see you soon.